And
right?
Acuna, I mean, these guys are 20, 21 years old. Maybe it's just a young man's game. I mean, you got Pete Alonso being a rookie here. Maybe you just got to be a rookie.
Acuna's a superstar, man. He is an absolute superstar.
So we see Pete Alonso here, 30 home runs as a rookie in that ballpark too. How impressive is that for you?
So impressive. We got to see him in spring training this year, and he was blasting balls right center, left center. He uses the whole field, and just to see him take pitches down and away out to right center is the most impressive thing.
The crowd is cheering here because obviously Alonso is competing against Santana. How important is that first one, do you think, Alex?
So important. Last year in DC, my first swing I hit out and it calmed the nerves completely.
And how aware are you of the number you're shooting for? How aware is Alonso of 13?
He's super aware of it. He knows he's got to get to 13, and you get a little bit more of the nerves as you get closer to it.
Your guy Verlander today, did you see what he said about the ball? Said it's definitely a juice ball. Is the baseball juice this year?
I don't know. I guess if I'm hitting homers, it's got to be juice.
Is there a difference? You feel them every day.
I don't know. I think the game's changing though. The pitchers are pitching up in the zone, and offensive players. The one thing that we want to do is have a high OPS, which is drive the ball and walk. So getting on base, hitting the ball for high, and hitting the ball far.
Well, I think there are less singles, there are less base hits. Pitchers don't mind giving up solo home runs. I mean, a guy would much rather give up a solo home run than give up 5 or 6 straight hits and get a 3 or 4 run big inning.
And I'll tell you this, nobody pitches inside really as much anymore. People used to pitch inside a lot more, and now guys are hanging out over, diving, trying to hit the ball to the yard. So I don't know. I wasn't around when JV started, so I couldn't answer that question, but I don't know.
We got 2 at 452 feet, so he's got his 30-second bonus, and he's...
That's something I've never sniffed, a 30-second bonus.
He hasn't really hit his groove here, but you see these home runs to center field. Once he does, I don't think 13 is going to be a problem at all.
That ball just went over the trees in center field.
Yep.
The second row of trees. There's
God.
2 rows of trees out there.
All right, quick timeout here. He's sitting at 6. He still needs 7 more. He's got 1:44 on the clock. Alonso continues, and you are the social media guy. You said you want to be the LeBron James of baseball.
No.
You don't want to be a LeBron James.
No, what I had said was that I want to open up a school for kids like LeBron did.
Oh, okay.
And I have a charity, AB for Autism, and hopefully one day we're going to raise enough money to open up a school for autistic children in Houston, Texas.
Good for you.
But I do love watching LeBron play basketball, I'll tell you that.
Alonso's got a $120. He's the favorite of many, and he's just a little more than halfway there. And to your point, Tex, he's not in any groove. I'm not sure the pitching is being grooved. Morgan's pulling a lot of these pitches.
Yeah, and listen, once he does get in the groove, he can hit 4 or 5 home runs in 15 seconds. That one's a little foul. He's got the time, he's got the power. I think he just needs to settle himself down a little bit and get back to making solid contact, because the ball will go.
That ball is hammered.
That's a line
Watch
drive.
out, kid. Oh.
The next one's hammered a little higher.
That just hit the scoreboard.
Most impressive hitter that you've seen? Not here tonight, but just in general, Alex? Who was that?
Number 27 for the Los Angeles Angels.
Fair point. Mike Trout. If he did this, would he win it?
I think if it ever goes to Philly, Mike Trout will win it.
Not LA next year?
If it was at the Angels ballpark.
Right.
I think he'd win it wherever he did it.
Alonso just hit his 13th here. All he needs is 1 more to move on, and he doesn't even have the 30-second bonus. Here it is.
There it is.
He doesn't even need the 30-second bonus.
He knows it.
Well done.
It's gone.
And he's getting booed. That's the Cleveland fans, man. That's why you love him. That's why you love him.
You've had family at just about all of your significant events. How important is that for Alonso?
That's so awesome.
How great is that?
That is so awesome. And now the guy throwing BP to him gets to relax.
That is so much fun to watch, by the way. He didn't even get that one. No, but he still knew it was gone. So here's a guy with a very simple swing. Because he's so strong, he doesn't need to do a lot of things in the box. And Briggs, I look at your swing as well. You let the pitcher provide the power. You know if I square that ball up, my hands are quick enough. If I can backspin it, it's going to go.
Backspin to the pull side in the air.
Here, so let's see what Alonso can do and see if he can get on a little better roll than he did the first round.
Guys, you see the pitcher throwing to Pete Alonso is his cousin Derek Morgan. He's an operations manager for the Waterway Gas and Wash Company. Pepper Pike, it's about 19 miles from here. He grew up an Indians fan, and Jess and I talked to him after the first round and asked him how his heart rate was. He said it was going pretty good.
Yeah. Derek Morgan, Alonso's second cousin, practice session together. They're pretty much like brothers. You said it. They grew up, one in Florida. That's where Alonso's from. He attended Florida. And Derek Morgan from Ohio. They both come from military families, and that's why Pete Alonso has said that he wants to donate his winnings to wounded warriors and Tunnels for Towers, a Staten Island group that benefits first responders.
We're seeing some of these opposite field home runs from Alonso too. And, you know, in the regular season, we talked about he's got 30 home runs before the break, a new record. Darryl Strawberry had 26 for the Mets, but Pete Alonso hits the ball to center field better than anybody in Major League Baseball. Moonshots out straight away.
Well, there's a long one here. He's already got his 30 seconds of extra bonus time, and he's starting to climb towards that 19. Takes a pitch. Still 2:30 on the clock. He had to go down and get that one. And he pops that up, says, my bad.
He's just such a nice guy. We've gotten to know him over the last few weeks. You know, getting to his first All-Star game in his rookie season. He's done a lot of interviews, playing in the Mets. Not a lot of positives to come out of Shea this year at Citi Field.
Yeah.
But, man, this is one guy that you can look at as a Mets fan and say, we can build around Pete Alonso.
Well, he's had a bunch of swings here, and the baseball hasn't gone over the wall. This one might to left center field, but he's under 2 with the 30-second bonus.
All it takes is him to get on a little bit of a roll, and he'll hit a lot out in a row.
All right, so he's got a $149 plus the 30. He's sitting at 8 and needs 19.
Talking to Jacob deGrom, Jeff McNeil, his Mets teammates, they're all staring at him down in the tunnel, and they're like, he is so serious. We love how he takes the game seriously, but even here, guys, at the Home Run Derby, we've seen every kind of personality. For Pete Alonso, he is in this thing to win it. Reminds me a lot of Bryce Harper with his dad last year down in the tunnel, very focused before this round.
He's getting on a little bit of a roll here, Jess. He just knocked 2 out, and this one to straightaway center field. That gets out. So does this next one. And the climb to 19 is definitely underway.
And he's got over him, and he's got plenty of time. He's got the 30-second bonus. No reason to panic here for Pete Alonso.
Just a little different feel, knowing what Guerrero is capable of. You know, his first round, he needed 14. Here he is needing 19, and he's sitting there at 13 with a minute to go. I just think, given what we've seen, I'd be shocked if somehow Vlad Guerrero Jr. doesn't win this thing.
Yeah, I mean, Vladdy's put on an absolute show. And you never know, though. I mean, round to round, all it takes is someone to get hot. Pete Alonso, he's getting close. This is number 15 right there.
Oh, big fly here. This should be number 16.
And you see how low he keeps his hands. He gets underneath the ball really well. He doesn't have to backspin it. He doesn't have to hit it perfect. He starts underneath the ball, and that's what allows him to hit the ball all over the park up in the air.
Well, there's one. There's another one. This one to straightaway center field. And he is right on the heels of Acuna. That's gone.
There's 19. He wants one more. He doesn't want the 30-second bonus. He wants to finish it right here. Look at him. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love this kid.
Pete Alonso and the man he says is like his brother are going to the finals.
He almost puts you to sleep his first 2 minutes, and then he goes out and gets on an absolute tear. That was fun.
Don't bears go into hibernation?
That's right.
There you go. Jacob deGrom out there. Acuna gives him a big hug, and Pete Alonso will take a little sip of Gatorade. And this is a final a lot of people had anticipated. Vlad Guerrero Jr. and Pete Alonso. Teammate Jeff McNeil out there as well. Alonso, who has only been required to hit 34 to advance to the final. Think about Vlad, who's got 91 homers. 30 more than the prior record, Vlad Guerrero Jr. 30 more than the prior record. Get him a pillow. Get him some sheets and let him shut it.
Well, Pete Alonso came into this event. He said it was a bucket list moment for his career. He had a plan with his cousin. He was going to map out exactly what they were going to do. And now he's here. All he's got to do is hit 23. I say all he's got to do,
right.
But with the amount of home runs we've seen hit and how he's starting this round, it can easily happen.
It sure can. There's a little bit of adrenaline going on here because these are definitely long and they are not all being pulled.
Well, they're definitely the pitches are being thrown before the ball lands. I think we're way past that rule. You know what? Let the guys play. Let the kids have fun. The crowd wants to see the rapid fire. They want to see the home runs. And everybody's done it, by the way.
He's got 6 home runs. Pete Alonso, who leads the National League as far as rookies go in every single category.
You talking about an amazing first half of the season. I mean, it's not for Yelich and Bellinger. We'd be talking about a leading candidate for the MVP in his rookie year in Citi Field, which is not a hitter's park traditionally.
Leads him in home runs, RBIs, slugging on base, doubles, RBIs, everything. We'll take a timeout with him.
Here's my question, Carl. One of these guys is going to win $1 million. Is it like in golf where the caddy gets 10% of the win? I mean, the batting practice pitcher going to get 10% of these winnings?
Both of these guys are minimum wage guys, and he has yet to get his bonus. Now, this one could be
that's well over 440.
Yeah, that's going to be the first. You like the pace he's on here? 9/230 to go.
He's on a nice pace. 2 home runs ago, he hit at 459. He needs 1 more over 440 to get that bonus. I think if he gets that bonus, we're going to see the winner right here in Pete Alonso.
Vlad Guerrero waits. He's got 22. He's in the clubhouse. Derby that, of course, was won by Aaron Judge a couple of years ago. And a lot of people in New York have at least raised the question, sort of long term, you investing in Judge, you investing in Alonso?
Don't make me answer that question because I'd find the money to invest in both of these guys. I mean, you talk about a city of New York that rallies around their superstars and their power hitters. I want both of these guys in pinstripes for the long haul.
Halfway now, more than halfway, as that one will get out here in left field. Still only 1 at 440, so that clock is at 138, and he's not yet with the 30 extra seconds. Falling a little bit behind the pace.
And he still has another timeout, and we've seen guys take timeouts and really get on a run. So look to see what that last minute or so is going to do for Pete Alonso.
15 home runs, needs 7 to tie. Still only 1 traveled 440. There's one that sneaks over the wall. There's another one.
I think that ball's over 440 right there.
458.
Oh my goodness.
He's got his bonus time.
He's looking good right now.
He's got 18 home runs.
There's his timeout. He is in such a good position right now. 1:02 remaining. He's got his bonus.
Look at him playing the crowd.
He knows he's in a good spot right here.
He came here with the intent of winning. He already told us which charities he was going to donate 5% of his money to, and he is on the verge of doing it.
A week ago, Carl, I told you, without question, Pete Alonso is the leader going into this thing. And the reason is, as you see here, right field, center field, left, it doesn't matter where all he has to do is make solid contact and the ball's going to get out. He is on his way to a championship right now.
He is sure on his way. He likely will not need that bonus time. He needs 2 to tie Vlad Guerrero. That one's going to come up short and right. And this one's going to go foul. So
29 seconds to hit 2. That was a line drive off the top of the wall.
There it is. Pete Alonso fires the bat up. He's your home run derby champion of 20. former Florida Gator and his brother, if you will, who came over here from Ohio and pitched himself to a Derby championship. That is a smile that will not come off anytime soon. He's the champion. Instead of a belt, you get a chain. The Derby champ.